This isn't a review of God of War Ragnarok, and if you haven't played the game, don't worry, there won't be any spoilers. But this is something that got me thinking throughout the journey that is Ragnarok, and I believe it needs to be mentioned because it completely made everything so much better. And it is this simple thing that not everyone holds back on. God of War Ragnarok does a lot right. Is everything from God of War 2018 times 10 or more. The story is amazing, the characters seem like real people to the point that you forget they are not, and the gameplay is even better than before. There can be some pacing issues, but I loved it so much, and I strongly recommend it to anyone who has even the slightest of interest. But I think Ragnarok's biggest achievement is its marketing. From an outside perspective, you can totally see how the marketing for this game was somewhat weird. Like, they wanted us to be excited for it, but not that excited, only having sporadic trailers here and there. They didn't show much, but when you played the game, that's when you realize how little was really shown. I took my time to do everything the game had to offer, and I couldn't believe how big it was, and that surprise factor happened because of the marketing strategy. They could have hyped this game so very much by showing more and more. There is some spectacular stuff that would sell the game much better than what was present in the trailers. And the trailers already looked amazing, so imagine if they did that. I'm glad they didn't though. Instead, their strategy was to advertise as little as they could to preserve the beautiful game they had on their hands. So they took this approach of selling this game using the prior God of War and the big impact it had on people 4 years ago, and it totally worked because a lot of us bought the game and are now experiencing something that we didn't see coming, at least not on this scale. There are really specific moments right at the beginning that make you wonder about this stuff, and you start to guess if something like this is happening now, what will happen next. But the thing is, you can guess all you want, you might be surprised anyway, and that's truly marvelous to get these expectations subverted all the time. This is an important discussion because I find that showing a lot to an audience can get their attention, sure, but they might be disappointed when they actually played the game. And in Ragnarok's case, it's totally the opposite scenario. You think they showed too much, they didn't, and in the end, experiencing the game yourself is a journey like no other. This isn't something new or particular to God of War Ragnarok, mind you, but it is the most recent game I've played that did this so unbelievably well. The Last of Us Part 2 did something similar, even taking a step further and switching characters from some scenes so that we would not be prepared emotionally for moments that the marketing could have ruined if done in the conventional way. On the other hand, games like Kingdom Hearts 3 or Metal Gear Solid 5 showed pretty much every cutscene, so you could expect something even greater than that, but that actually never happens, and it's so disappointing. That's why sometimes I'm afraid to watch new videos that could potentially spoil all the fun of what could have been an amazing gaming experience. But opting for this strategy isn't something anyone can do. It worked with Ragnarok because it is a sequel and because the God of War name is well known across the games industry. I believe that Final Fantasy XVI, for example, is doing the same thing and holding back as much as they can, releasing trailers that don't give away too much. That is good since I can't resist watching those. So yeah, of course, games can be awesome because of their content alone, but I really felt like having the marketing done this way with the latest God of War entry really put everything on the next level and made one game so very much special to the ones who went for it already expecting the best.